Hey, fabulous budgeters, Violet here. I'm back. Yay! I hope you guys missed me. I missed you all. I wanted to go ahead and do a budget with me today. I know we're the middle of the month and all of that stuff, but I wanted to kind of show you the changes in my budget and some changes that I'm going to make going forward. So let's just go ahead and jump right in. If you're new to my channel, I am a low income budgeter and I'm also a paycheck to paycheck budgeter. So if that interests you, please follow along, watch, subscribe. If you like my content, I would love to have you in the family. All right, let's get going. So let's turn to May here. And I have this all mapped out. I hope you all can see it. Um, so I'm going to go through just what my fixed expenses are and my variable and just kind of give you an overview of what May's budget has looked like so far. So fixed expenses. I've got my YouTube channel. I've got my Neptune payment. That is my death in a box. If you've watched my videos before, I have a cremation plan that I am paying on. And I have the Apple and Google storage. And I just lump those together because they're $3 a piece. Then I have HP ink because I pay that for my printer ink because ink is a fortune. I also have my T-Mobile, and I usually just do a payment arrangement on that so that I can split the payment and it comes out to $40 each payment. So for each paycheck, and that works out pretty well for me. And then I have Amazon Prime, of course, and I pay the monthly. I have not been able to fund the yearly, but it is on my list of things to do. So that will be a sinking fund eventually. For rent, 565 is the half point. Right now, I can't afford to pay the whole 565, so I'm throwing at it what I can. 300 or more, and my daughter is picking up the rest for that for right now. But that's going to change, once I get going. And utilities is $100, and internet is $50. Variables. Now that we moved here to Arizona, yes, I didn't say that in the beginning, but I am finally here in Arizona and just trying to get my bearings here. So the variables, food and gas and pharmacy stuff, toiletries and household. I didn't put anything for that because I don't know how much we need to spend for that since we're just trying to, we just got moved in to our apartment and we really don't know what we're going to be spending. So I left that blank for now. And I'm just kind of keeping a running total of, receipts. And then based on that, I'll have some numbers to fill in for June. And the cruise is still on tap. And I have not paid anything on it in the past couple of months because of this whole move thing. But I will get back on track with that now that we are settled. And those are just some of the things I have here, the gratuities, insurance, drink package. But this is the part that is going to change because I have now moved to Ally and I have the buckets on the Ally app for the, what is it called? The high yield savings account. And so I opened that and I have buckets for that. And all the cruise stuff is in Ally now. And so any money that I put, I am putting directly in Ally. Um, I will have prop money for my binder, and I have my trusty cruise binder right here with the cute little cruise duck. I still have it and it's still ready to go. So you will be seeing me use this a lot because I'm mostly focused on doing this because we have to get this cruise paid by December. So yeah, any extra money that I have that's not going to bills in the house and stuff is going towards that cruise, because we have got to get it paid off. Now, on my bills, my credit cards, my debt, I guess you want to call it, I've still got, a pretty good load of debt here. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I'm paying on my Discover card, I'm paying Care Credit, I'm paying Pet Boys, I'm paying JC Penney's. That's the least one. I still have my Upstart loan. That was a business loan that I got, and I'm almost done paying it off. Um, yeah, that's been 5 years in the paying. And come December, this bill will be completely paid off and I will have freed up $204. I can't wait. And then I put MT, that's from Money Tree. And I did have to take out a payday loan now that we moved, and so I'm paying that off, and hopefully by the end of June that'll be done, and then I will have freed up the $82. So I'm looking at $286. That'll be, well, actually just the 204, because as soon as this 82 is done, I am putting that towards the cruise, because I figure if I have to pay a debt with it, a self-imposed debt that I probably shouldn't have taken that out. But, well, at the time it seemed like a good idea. So I figure if I can incur that kind of debt, you know, for that, I can certainly move that towards paying on the cruise. Now, for my savings, like I said, I do use Ally. And right now, I did budget $20 for it. And then I also use Affirm. I know that Affirm, a lot of people use it to, buy things on payments, but it is also a high yield savings account. And that's what I use it for. Affirm is my emergency fund savings. And I use it just for emergency funds because the money is a little bit harder to get. With Ally, you get the debit card and you have your buckets and everything, and you can put money in, like going to a Walmart, and then with the debit card, you can take the money out. You just transfer it into the spending account, and then you can pull the money right out. With Affirm, it's a little more difficult, so that's why I have the emergency fund in there, because it's a little harder for me to get at it. You can still get at it, but it just takes a little longer in time. So I like that idea. And so I use that for my emergency fund savings, because I am less inclined to touch that account than the Ally account. And then sinking funds that I am going to have to incorporate soon. I need to get my driver's license here for Arizona. I've got to change out my car tags. And I also need to look into getting some sort of medical insurance or medical, um, like the Good RX for the prescriptions. I know that that's free, but there's also a paid version, and then also, just something to have some kind of medical something, because I don't have anything right now. And so I need to look into that. And then an unexpected expense that I have is car insurance. Um, when I moved here, I didn't realize that the car insurance that I'm carrying under my mother's account is military only, and you have to be living in her house. So now that I moved out of her house, um, it doesn't, I can't get it anymore because I'm not living with her. So I had to find my own insurance. And so I piggybacked onto my daughter's insurance. and it's right now they quoted me for this first payment it's going to be 138, and then the following payment is going to be more. And so I'm going to look around and see what else I can find. But for right now, I just jumped on that because I needed to have something, because they basically told me you got 14 days, and then your insurance is going to be done. So I just did that for the meantime, and I'll see what I can find car insurance wise. So yeah, that's what May's budget looks like so far. And then here, this is my calendar that I use, and I just write in the days, and then as I pay things off, I just put a big check mark so that I know everything's paid. And as you can see, everything is paid. And I'm coming up on rent and YouTube and Insta Inc. That's for the month of June. So, what are my numbers? What am I dealing with here as far as numbers? You probably want to know that if you're watching this and you are interested in budgeting. So, my paycheck was $787. So, my bills, I put 150 towards the rent. Ooh, hold on. The camera's moving here. This tripod is like wanting to walk away. Okay. So 787 was my paycheck. 150 I put towards the rent. My bills totaled 421. My savings, I put $52 in there, and that's split between Affirm and Ally. I added up the grocery total so far, and it was 120. And I put $20 in gas. And then I had to pay $8 because I had to make an order to Amazon to get a converter cord for my computer, my desktop computer, because apparently my computer is old, and I got rid of my monitor because I had a dual screen, and along with that I gave the cords away. So I needed a cord, and now everything is HDMI, and my computer was not that. So I had to get an adapter so that I could connect the new monitor that my son gave me to an HDMI cord. So who knew? But anyways, so I got that. So altogether, that was $771. So 787 minus 771, that leaves me with $16 in cash. And that $16 just goes into my wallet for incidentals. If I need something at work or, whatever. It's not a lot. I'm very, stretched right now, but all the bills are paid. We have food in the house, and I've got gas in my car, and I can get to work. So, $16, so be it. It works, and payday's coming up again soon. So we just, we have everything that we need here, food wise and all of that. So, I'm not too worried about it. $16, hey, I'm happy. At least I had something left over, right? And I got my savings taken care of, and all of that. So, so yeah. So my bills were for Upstart, J.C. Penney's, the Money Tree, the T-Mobile, Pep Boys, YouTube, and Insta Inc. So that's all the stuff that is into this $421. So that is my budget so far. And I'm looking forward to doing June because my check is bigger, because I got like a full check now. This wasn't exactly a full check. Um, it was pretty close, but not quite. And now I am working 30 hours a week as opposed to 20 hours a week. So that is a huge, huge plus. That's going to help the budget a lot. And I think that is all that I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my budget and, seeing where I'm at financially. And I will be trying to incorporate some savings challenges and more budgeting videos. I really like doing budgeting videos because it helps keep me on track, and and I hope that it is helping anybody who is doing a budget or trying to start a budget. I hope it helps you to see in real life, what some of these things are, and what where the money is and where it's going and how much the money is. Um, because yeah, like I said, I am a low income budgeter, but I am, making it work the best I can, and that's all we can do, right? And we can do great things if we just plan. And I truly believe that, because before I never used to look at my money. I used to just pay bills, and then whatever was left I would spend, and then I would be like, well, what happened to my money? And now that I am doing cash budgeting, it is just so much better. So much better. So if you are thinking of doing this, I hope that seeing my budget will help you. I hope seeing other people's budgets will help you as well. And I will see you in the next one. Uh, that will be my paycheck for June. So until then, everybody, thank you so much for watching, and stay fabulous.